weirdest thing with the running backs. I don't understand how the longevity of running backs is just so bad when they were running through tougher traffic and
I
they run through so much more back then. I don't understand that.
So what I think it is, Dub, what I honestly think it is, I think right now, like with these new crop of guys that are eventually about to come out, because it's a combination of two things. One, the market for running backs back then is obviously more value than it is now. By far.
You wanted to be a running back growing up.
It's like, exactly. It's like right. That basketball. But one thing I will say, I don't think, because I think after we got through like the 2010s, I think that was the last time we really saw like true longevity with a multitude of running backs. Right now, we just see the peaks. I think CMC, well, not even CMC. I think Derrick Henry's had somewhat longevity. He's had like an OG type longevity because, I mean, he's still going to get paid somewhere, right? And he still can be effective. But I think now that we move more towards these two-back systems, I think that longevity that you're talking about, we're going to see. It just hasn't happened yet. Because remember, CMC is still only about to hit his 6th season, and he was hurt for 2 of them. He was hurt for 2 of them though.
Yeah,
and he's been healthy. He's been healthy 4 out of his 6. And
but you had running backs back then, bro, playing for like 8 years of 16 games straight. Like it's crazy.
Still different, Dub. I think they're just like
the game was different. The game was different. Also, those dudes were playing. Those dudes were playing through like disgustingly bad injuries.
They dudes also were on crack, but
that's you know what? That's fair. Because like Perkins, I'm not and Trey, like no, because I'm so serious. When I'm not gonna lie, like I'm so serious about this. Like the use of crack, I know people use that as like a way to like make fun of like 80s and sometimes the 90s because that was the crack era. I'm not gonna lie. Like y'all talk about all of this longevity, how people playing through injury and everything. You give the players today crack. You give them drugs. They're playing through stuff. And you know what? I thought it was a troll thing until when? Until I learned about Perk Angle, bro.
Yeah, facts.
When I learned about Perk Angle, how he was always having neck injuries in WWE, he goes to TNA and does nothing but hard drugs, and he's doing somersaults off of steel cages and not getting hurt. I was like, oh, nah.
Okay, look.
You using drugs, for some reason you don't get hurt. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Dub. This is what I'm going to tell you. So, in the 80s, yeah, them dudes was like 70s, 80s, them dudes was wilding. Like Thomas Hollywood Henderson for the Cowboys, doing cocaine, like LT being a straight up crackhead.
Hey, my bad. And Johnny Manziel, I'm not gonna lie, he told no lies in that little podcast. You wanna know what? He was like, yo, when I felt like I was like off of a hangover and stuff, I felt great. You get numb, bro. You literally get numb when you're under the influence. You don't feel shit, bro.
Wait. Can I just point one quick player out? You know about the guy that's on a certain type that threw a no-hitter? Mm-hmm. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Who?
Let me pull it up. I can't say the certain type of thing that he was on.
No, I just want to know who it was.
I know what you're talking about.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, that man was on
Doc Ellis off of the.
Oh yeah, he
was off. He was off hallucinogen.
Yeah.
He was off that. He was off that magic.
Hey, sometimes, man, you just start seeing everything move slower for you. Sometimes it's just like, sometimes, gang, you just. Hey, sometimes it's like you could just see like everything.
Look, this is what I'm saying.
That strike zone looking real big right now, gang. Looking like a blur right now. You feel me? Hey, you know what they say? You know what they always say? You start seeing 3 people, aim for the middle.
That's crazy.
That's how you know.
All right, Dub.
Someone said in the chat, shout out to LT, man, for drinking milkshake laced with penicillin. That's insane. That's crazy.
All right, look. This is what I'm gonna tell you, Dub. Like 70s, 80s, yeah, they was wilding. Like even in basketball, like all them dudes like dudes like Gilbert Arenas, he was like MJ made them dudes get in shape because it was the cocaine, it was the traveling cocaine circus back then. He was like MJ wasn't having that, and them dudes had to get right. He was like he helped the league, but
maybe he was
my point is like.
Maybe MJ was doing coke.
Facts.
Oh,
maybe that's how he was able to win all them chips with no.
The Bengals just released Joe Mixon.
Oh, the Bengals cut Joe Mixon. So that
as they should. He's washed.
Yeah, they just cut Joe Mixon.
My point is this: as they got
and they replaced him with Zach Moss.
Walter Payton was another dude who played through a ton of injuries.
And Zach Moss is signing a deal with the Bengals.
That's crazy.
That's good for them. Actually,
yeah,
that's good for them. Zach Moss is pretty good.
Look,
he'll be the RB2. Chase Brown is that guy.
Oh yeah, they really like Chase Brown, especially after what he did last year. They really like him.
Okay, I got you.
Look,
Go ahead, Trey.
All I'm saying is, you see a couple of guys like Walter Payton played through a lot through his whole career, ended up passing away sadly because of the drugs that he was taking and the concoctions that he was taking in order to play through those painful injuries. Then as you get to like the 90s and early 2000s, you get to vitamin T, you get to Toradol. That's what they were shooting all the dudes up with. That's why all the dudes that were getting knocked for smoking weed in the 2000s and the 2010s, they're like, why you trying to knock me for smoking a blunt? Because my legs hurt. Because you're going to try and shoot me up with opiates. And I don't want to take that stuff. Because I don't want to be a dope fiend after I'm done.
Yeah.
Like that's why it's a little different now. And on top of that, I'm gonna just keep it a stack. People don't like to talk about it, but back in the day, a lot of these surfaces that they were playing on, they're grass.
Yeah, it's all grass.
Everybody's going to turf now. That's tearing up all these dudes' knees, and they're
bigger, replace them all with grass.
They're bigger, faster, and stronger than the guys back in the day, and they're playing on unnatural surfaces. So yeah, their bodies aren't gonna last longer. But the NFL don't care because they're like, oh, okay, cool. If you tear your ACL, you blow out your knee, I'm gonna go find another motherfucker and run him into the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's just what it is now.
So the league is just running them into the ground. That's why the longevity is crap.
It's the player choice way. Yeah, them boys don't get it started. The player choice way. The player choice way. Come and switch lanes into the player choice way.